Very nice.
It's nice to see you again. I'm obsessed, and I want to talk about the show, but I got to do other things first. So wait, is it weird to kind of be back in the building? Because y'all didn't tape 30 Rock here whenever you were on it, but do you get the similar vibes whenever you're here?
Oh, you're right. We didn't shoot it
You
here,
didn't
did
shoot
we?
most of it, did you? I think it was like the
Silver
out.
Cup. Yeah, Silver
yeah.
Cup Studios. But yes, it feels like we're on. Yeah, we're on a set of 30 Rock.
Yeah.
It was good. It was, how long ago was that? 10, 20,
Yeah.
12 years ago? We were
getting
married, Liz Lemon and I?
Yeah, I just announced an album that I put out 15 years ago. I was like, okay, #older.
Flying,
you start looking at your work and you're like, uh-oh, it's back there. Anyway, but you got started on a sitcom, and I didn't know this. In The Nanny?
Yeah,
I loved The Nanny.
Talk about aging ourselves.
Mr. Sheffield. I love that show.
I was in the pilot episode of The Nanny. I was 19.
You little baby.
What? What's going on with that hair?
It's doing amazing things.
The helmet, little strap underneath.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. I actually heard about this too. That you actually were you gonna go? Did you go to school for broadcast journalism? Is that what you were gonna do?
I did, only because there wasn't anything else I knew I could do. I was cast as I grew up in Oklahoma, and I was in drama class and music of the performing arts. But they had a casting call for like local kid news anchors, like teen news anchors.
Yeah.
So I was cast as to give like 2 minutes of educational news on Good Morning Oklahoma every morning. So it was me and this other.
That's a big deal.
Other girl. Yeah.
Like being
huge deal.
No, when you're in high school.
Why I'm where I am now.
No, I'm just saying when you're in high school, like being on TV, that would have been really. How early did you have to wake up? Like.
Well, I thought it was cool at the time until I had to do it every day, 4:30 in the morning.
Nope.
And I had 2 suits. That's it. My grandfather's suits. It was just. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? But it was kind of cool. You were on live TV, and then I would go to school afterwards.
And little did you know it would lead to Anchorman 2.
That's it. Yeah. Took 30 years to get there.
Yes.
Or
it's like one of my favorients. I know. Don't keep dating us, okay?
I know.
We keep doing that this show. We are a fine wine.
1976.
Yes. You mentioned Oklahoma, so I'm from Texas, and I moved there like right after high school. Did you move to LA right after high school?
You moved where right after?
To LA.
Oh, to LA. Yeah. I moved. When I was 19.
Wasn't it just such a shock?
I don't know about you,
for
but
me.
it was a shock, but it was an exciting shock. A lot of people did they say like, well, you must have been scared, or it was a big risk?
Yeah, I think when you're young, you're just stupid. You don't even know to be scared, right? You're just like, you're like,
that's
this is
exactly
amazing.
what I say. It's like I was just so young and dumb and cocky, and like, I'm going to LA and be a movie star.
I'm gonna be a singer.
Yeah, I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna be a singer.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I bet no one else there acts or sings. I'm gonna stand out.
Yeah. They haven't seen anything like me.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's true. Like you're so young and naive that way. But yeah, it worked out. Worked out pretty good for you too.
It worked out for us. But no, it was funny though. We moved there, and then like I had like so many jobs that were not singing so I could be a singer. But I did every job under the sun. I feel like.
Yeah.
Did you have
part
a lot
of it. That's like you're paying your dues part. I got really lucky. Like my parents were like, okay, you're doing this. We're going to help support you financially for a year, and if nothing happens, then come back and finish school.
That's amazing.
So I
hope you paid them back. That's amazing.
I haven't paid them back yet.
Yeah.
But,
no, that's amazing.
It was very, very lucky.
Because not every parent is like supportive of somebody going into a creative field, because it's hard to get into. It's hard. A lot of people have this dream.
Really, and also nowadays, I wouldn't know how to tell someone how to get into the industry now. It's just changed so much. But back then, like you're literally knocking on agents' doors with your headshot, going, like me.
Yeah.
Represent me. Send me out on auditions.
I remember doing that too. I did a whole thing with headshots and sent them out. It looks so cheesy. I wish I had it right now to show, but I don't.
I'm sure you have some of me based on the photos we've been looking at.
Yeah, I know. Well, actually, James doesn't know, but we have a photo of him anchoring Good Morning Oklahoma. Check him out.
Oh my God.
Check him out.
I feel like it looks like she's sitting on a bar stool and I'm on a regular chair. Yeah, interesting. Yeah.
She looks 23 and you look 17.
If you don't know what a movie star looks like, there it is.
There he is.
Boy, oh boy. Okay. I don't know what I was thinking.
You were thinking, I look really sharp in this suit. So we talked about you singing last time. You have such an amazing voice, and you've showcased that in things that you've been doing. But were you like a choir kid?
I was. Well, I got it. I didn't know I could sing in, like, I think it was junior high. And I wasn't the best student, so my grades were not great.
Me too.
I got into acting and choir so that I could maybe boost the GPA.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe I can sing. I don't know.
And they forced you to make a certain grade to even be able to participate where I'm from. So I had to keep my grades up.
Oh, okay. Not where I'm from.
Yeah.
they just want
That's
us out.
the difference between Texas and Oklahoma.
But no, I enjoyed being in. Yeah, the difference between Texas and Oklahoma. I knew it was coming.
Sorry.
That was a real below the belt.
Exactly. I haven't had Blake Shelton around me in a while. I have to get my Oklahoma jokes out.
Yeah. Big rivalry, those two. But no, I loved it though. I
Yeah.
ended up I was in a musical in my sophomore year of high school.
Yeah.
And I wasn't allowed to.
What musical?
It was Bye Bye Birdie.
Oh yeah.
And I played Hugo Peabody. I wasn't Conrad. He was the cool guy.
I never did that one. That was the year before I was still in 8th grade. They did that Bye Bye Birdie, and so we didn't do it.
Yeah, but I didn't know I could sing at the time, so they were like, "Well, you're gonna play Hugo, but you're not singing." I'm like, "Okay." And then I sort of discovered I could sing through that process. It was more just an ear of I could always emulate people. It wasn't like
Well, I think we're all imitators until you kind of find your own sound, right? Like,
yeah.
We all kind of imitate what we see.
I'm still imitating.
No, I will say even on Idol, I had no idea. I was just I just like singing, but we're all imitators, and you're singing other people's music. So it's like I think until we started touring and I started going out on the road, you really find out what your style.
Well, yes, if you are lucky enough to find that kind of connection between yourself and your voice, like you have beautifully.
Oh man,
yeah,
it's
I'm
a
still
good feeling.
A parrot.
Shut up, you sing so well.
I'm a parrot.
Yeah, you sing so
occasionally.
well. All right, we need to get to a few commercials, and we've got someone in the audience to help us out.
Hi, Kelly and James. I'm Swetha. James, growing up, I was sure you were a magician because you showed up in every movie I loved. The Notebook, Enchanted, and 27 Dresses, which is me and my mom's favorite. You're a big part of my most cherished memories, and I can't wait to see what magic is yet to come. Stay here. Kelly has more with James after this.
So you have 3 kiddos. I have 2, so you're outnumbered. So are they into any of the stuff you do? Because you do so many amazing projects that they've got to love. I mean, X-Men, Enchanted, there's so many. You cover the gamut. I think Sonic is a huge one in our household.
They're very proud of me. They like what I do, but they also just love for me to be dad. You know, they're enjoying the ride, but for the longest time they were sort of wonderfully underwhelmed with what I do.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, "You're not that great."
Yeah. Or
You're not that great.
Or they're like, "You know this person?" I'm like, "What?" You're like,
right.
"They know me."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
My daughter's just now starting to get into it. She will read lines with me. She'll.
That's fun.
But she's also just brutally honest.
Oh.
You're like, don't do that thing with your eyebrow. Don't. That was fake. That was fake. Do it again.
I didn't
do
feel
it again.
it.
I didn't feel it, and I kind of love it.
Director.
Yeah, very much so.
Oh, I love that. I love when they're so honest like that. I think it's beautiful. It's refreshing.
So it's innocently honest, you know.
Sometimes it's too honest. My 8-year-old will be like, "So you're wearing that?" And I'm gonna be like, "Yes, I am."
Yeah.
Actually, with my whole chest.
My daughter will be like, it won't even be a question. She'll be like, "You're not wearing that."
Yeah. My son will totally be passive aggressive about it, and I'm like, "I am," and I feel very confident now as I'm exiting the building. Yes. Okay, so you were great in jury duty as your son.
Oh,
thank you. But it gave me so much stress.
Yeah. Thank you.
It was such a cool, fresh idea, and I had to bring it up because was it fun for you, or does it? Because it gives me anxiety. Like you just said, you're the only one that didn't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Did that stress you out at all?
It did.
Yeah.
When you watch the show, you think, "Oh wow, how much fun did you have doing that?" And I enjoyed doing the comedy bits with the other actors who knew that it was all fake.
They're in on it, yeah.
But my heart was not feeling great about what we were doing to him, even though the show was designed to celebrate his humanity. Ronald was like this wonderful man who just
so sweet.
Yeah, did all the right things and became our sort of leader and inspiration. And it was like a hero's journey is how it was pitched to me. But it didn't feel like it at the time. We're like, we're making this guy freak out about stuff. Where I'm taking a dump in his bathroom.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are we doing to this poor guy?
Out of him.
Right.
Yeah.
So by the end of it was like, okay, he's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
But it's 3 weeks. It was 3 weeks of his life. That's a long time to mess with someone's human experience.
It's hard to shoot as well because for him not to figure it out.
Yeah.
That would have been hard.
Well, what you don't see when you watch the show is all the hours and hours and hours that were cut out of the show of us just laying around doing fake jury duty. Meaning none of the comedy beats. We would go in and for 6 hours be on a trial.
Like real. Yeah,
it has to feel real.
Yeah.
And I'm literally for real taking a nap on the floor. and then we got to push this one little comedy beat that lasts, a minute and a half.
Yeah.
And of course, afterwards they cut out all the extra fat on the, you know, and
Man.
just have the little comedy beats.
All that hard work though, it was so genius.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, you can't obviously do it again, people will know,
yeah.
but it was
Thank
so
you.
cool.
Yeah, it worked out. It worked out. I was a nervous wreck. I'm like, what am I doing? Is my career over with? I'm in some sort of weird reality show.
I think that's when it's fun though. You push. That's what I love about actors that aren't afraid to do stuff like that, because that's the creative fun part about it.
Yeah.
To not be afraid. Like if it is kind of fearful, then it's kind of fun.
Well,
it's
yeah,
right.
that's nice of you to say. Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
It does.
No, it's not.
No, but I mean that. Like, it's
Yeah.
exciting. You're right. Like, that's that you noticed that. Like,
Yeah.
I want to take some shots.
Yeah.
Some big swings. Just not at someone else's expense.
Yeah, but it's cool because then you have all this range in your career. That's really cool. So speaking of amazing shows, so Paradise is so good. So good.
Thank you.
I mean, I interviewed Sterling recently, and I hadn't watched as many episodes. I'd only seen, I think, 2 at that time. But at the end of the first episode, you're like, what?
Yeah.
And then every episode is like, what?
Yeah,
it's the crazy.
It's a tough show to talk about because, I mean, we're 4
You don't
episodes.
wanna spoil anything.
Don't want to spoil anything, but it looks like a sort of crime thriller where you see me laying on the floor dead. Sorry, that's in the trailer.
That's
so
in the beginning,
Not really
yeah.
spoiling. But the whole show is told in flashbacks, like leading up to that murder and seeing what happened. And then at the end of the first episode, you just get a big, big, big surprise.
Yeah.
No real answers to the murder, but you realize the show is not entirely what you thought it was.
Did they tell you, like when you, I don't know your world, so when you read a script for this, do they just give you like the first one? Or do they tell you kind of the layout of what's gonna happen in that whole series?
Yeah, they gave me the general idea of what we were doing and why the show was different. It's not, you know, it's like, this is not your typical whodunit murder mystery. We're saying a lot bigger things and kind of taking the audience on a journey. But I didn't get all the scripts. We were filming the first 2 episodes, and I still didn't have the finale episode. So I
me
didn't know,
neither,
I didn't,
James.
yeah. Well, here, I got a little flash drive for you. Here you go. But yeah, I didn't know who was my murderer.
Yeah.
Any of that. So there was a little bit of kind of question. Yeah, I was used to that on Westworld. It was always the same
loved
thing,
Westworld,
too. It was like never knowing.
You're in some cool man. Yeah.
Thank you.
Like I love everything. Whether it's the like kid stuff or adult stuff, like it's so cool. Your career kind of runs the gamut. Yeah.
Thanks. I can mention a few more if you'd like.
Yes, please drop them. I'll pick them up.
So you're like listing my credits. Shameless.